Good morning. How are you all?
Hello. Good, good. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate.
Hi, Hayden. All good.
Hey, Jim. How are you, mate?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
That's good.
Hey Hayden, David here.
Hey, Dave. Welcome, mate.
Thanks, good to be here.
I just flicked you an email.
Oh, did you? Great.
Yeah, I'll sort all the rest out as soon as I've done this.
Yeah, sure thing. Take your time.
Alrighty, so let's see what German has in store for us today. The last few days, we've just been, look at this, we've been trapped in this area between 15,950 and 16,050, well, 060 for, like, on Friday last week, NFP pushed up into this zone. Monday, wicked up, rejected off of this zone up here, and then pushed back down, and now we're stuck on this monthly level. We're just been going up and down, up. Now, what are we going to do here? Let's see. I'm just sending some settings to Rani. Give me a second.
Morning, guys.
Hey, Sarah. How are you, mate?
I'm all right. Is it my sound is a bit muffled, or is it your end?
You guys let me know. You guys sound alright to me. You sound fine to me.
Yeah,
I've
I
got it
can
off
hear
full
both of
volume,
you.
but it's quite quiet.
It's quiet. The music. This one shouldn't have changed from day to day.
It might be my computer then. Let me have a look. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, give me one point as a turning point for price. So or for direction, like if you're above the pivot. If you're above the pivot point, then you're looking for longs. If you're below the pivot point, you're looking for sells.
Yep.
But don't get too caught up in like using hundreds of indicators, because the more indicators that you use, you'll start getting conflicting ideas because one thing's telling you another. Trust price action. Trust wicks. The wicks, liquidity wicks, clean traffic zones. That will give you more up-to-date information.
Yeah, and I think if it goes wrong and I'm relying on indicators, then I'll be more inclined to look at which indicator was wrong and why, rather than was my reading of the charts incorrect or was price action not there.
Yeah. So you need price action, and then you can use like if you need key levels or key zones, and it depends on how you use them. So some people will use pivot points for some of those key areas, key zones, because they can be quite accurate. Also can be drawing structure, monthly levels, dojis, high and lows, double tops. All of these areas, like round numbers, all of these things can be used for key areas. So what you're trying to do then is really just identify areas on the chart where reactions are more likely to happen.
Yep.
So that could be like your 200 EMAs as well. What's that, Sarah?
If it helps, I use them. If I'm doing a daily, for example, a breakfast breakout, that's a good target point. So it's just reacted off of there. It probably continue to go down, but if you're looking for a quick TP, that's how I use them on the daily.
Yeah, gotcha.
Just do some back testing on it. What suits you?
Yeah, back testing is important to build that trust.
Yeah, and it's not like you cannot use any kind of indicator. It's just you cannot use as a primary for the entries. You can use as an extra confluence and it comes with the back testing. If you didn't back test that much and you're just trying to do that thing on the live, it's not going to work, because you need a lot of data. Like if you think that this thing works, then you have to backtest that thing and get at least 100 data. Then you can decide how many times this work and how many times this does not work.
Yeah. Otherwise, you might find yourself just using an indicator to try and convince yourself that your bias is correct rather than actually using it properly.
Yeah, all indicators work and don't work.
I mean, every indicator it works, but you have to get a proper data about that. How many times this work, and what should be the condition for that to be work. Once you find out that, you can use any indicator. It's just a new. You have to do a lot of back testing.
Yep.
I think we can go all the way to the previous daily low now.
Hope so.
Yeah, that's my target. There's a nice big wick to fill there, isn't there?
Yeah. And on 3 hours, that's a doji candle also.
Is that the one? That's the one oh no, I've got the 4 hour.
Yeah.
The wick with this doji.
Now, if you look at from upside, a lot of things are saying that we wanted to push the price to the downside. First target was this one, and now second target, it can go all the way to the low. Do
you understand what this means, David?
So I missed that. I was just distracted by something. You mean
why we're getting these wicks left behind? Why that will give an indication that of direction?
I was just leaving behind.
I'll tag you in a video on the Discord for you to watch.
Please.
Keep going, actually.
Yeah, so now either a price can go till here, and now if you look at the weekly candle, where the previous weekly was closed like a doji, we already took out that previous weekly candle high, and if you are closing like a bearish one again, weekly candle, the next weekly candle also just start moving to the downside. because we left liquidity, you can say. If they really wanted to push again price to the upside, they can just either fill partially or at least 50% or just come back downside, do the manipulation here one more time, and then again start moving to the upside. So next week can be like a bearish momentum can happen to the downside.
It's like a little fake out at the moment.
Yeah, it says on 1 minute
Yeah.
for me.
One minute looks lovely if you're going, oh, pull back, enter, pull back, enter.
Yeah.
And this is also the 4-hour area for me.
Yeah. Could give that one a little go.
Long setup for me every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not 50 pips, but
Maybe
Yeah.
30.
yeah, like reacted off the S.
Already previous 5-minute candle kind of closed like a negation candle,
Yeah.
negated the previous FU candle.
I'm tempted. Let it correct this whole move.
For my
Wasn't
sake, I hope so.
Wasn't a perfect touch. Let's just see. I haven't broken any structure yet. So I think I'll give it a, if I'm seeing a rejection from this area again, if it pulls back after breaking this high, and I see a bullish candle here, and I'll give that a long to correct this move.
Would you want to see it break that previous high?
I would
about
like to, yeah.
candles going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would.
Okay.
So at the moment, this could just be a complex pullback. But we are starting to find some bullishness coming into it. Triple wicks.
Why would you prefer it to have broken that previous swing high? Is that just because it would weaken that as a support, as a resistance, or?
Broken structure.
Broken structure, yeah.
Yeah, you can say that this is a FU candle and we are creating a lower low, lower high like this. So if price able to break that high, that means the buyers are more interested than any pullback, then you can again look for that buy. You can clearly see on the 5-minute also, like this was a FU candle, bearish FU candle. This candle did the negation. So if the price able to break that high, that means they are interested to push the price to the upside. So once price break above, then you can wait for that pullback and then again moving to the upside.
Yeah, gotcha.
And another thing is we are tapping already the 4-hour FU candle also on the left side. So we tap and now we are rejecting that FU candle.
Oh, sorry, I just saw this, Chris. Don't know why you can't unmute. Can you tag me on that video? Yep, no worries.
Just throwing a screenshot in the gold.
Okay.
Are you linking into Akshay's video?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. That's good.
Oh, why can't I tag you? Oh, sorry. In the wrong section. There you go. All right. He looks like here comes correction. I thought I tagged you on that one about 3 weeks ago. But I guess lost very quickly in the general chat. This your gold, is it? No, you put the gold in the German 40 in gold.
Same pattern.
Yeah.
Oh, did I put it in gold? Just send it over.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
All good. No, all good. All good.
Yeah, that's German 40.
Mm-hmm.
German 30 or whatever broke you.
Yeah, yeah. some haven't changed, updated to German 40. Yeah, good one.
Someone put a name FUHCS.
Yeah, I think that's Eddie.
Hey. More than likely.
You always find it difficult before it turns around. Oh, before it hits the POI when it turns around. Yeah.
Depends on your POI, I guess.
All right. Here we go. Left a little doji here. Oh, it's many. Hey, many.
Where is our 11 pip guy? 11 pip daily.
Yeah, I thought that was FU guy.
I think he has to change his name now. 12 pip. I think he made a lot of pips this week.
Yeah, it's 1 pip a week, I think.
He's always moving forward, man.
Come on, keep going.
Are you doing any session tomorrow?
I'm not sure because I'm away in Jersey Island. We've got a. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time, or like the space to do it.
Okay.
Are you thinking? Are you gonna do one? Because I'll jump in if it's in the morning, depending. Because I'm gonna go see a dentist over there. So if it works out, the timing works out, then 100% I want to do it. But I'm just not sure the timing. There's kids and stuff there. Because I was thinking of doing, if I can't do it tomorrow, I was going to do midweek ones for the next few weeks. Just got the weekends are a little bit tight. Still got family over. I'll know more tonight. We're flying. I got to leave here at 1:30 to go to the airport. So I'm going to miss the New York session. And then when we sort of find out the plan, because it's our nephew's birthday party tomorrow, so we're going over there for. But trying to tie in a lot of things.
Did you took a buy there, or still waiting?
Yeah, I took it on here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's handy. I also took a buy when it broke the high here.
I didn't. I've only got a small thing on it. I wanted to wait for this to break and then pull back, but it looks like it's very slow right now. Hey, no. But that's a good one.
Yeah, I keep my stop loss just below here because if price is coming lower after breaking this, we will be going to the downside to that area. So anticipation is 4 hour going to close bullish one. That's the anticipation, and then we can hold for the longer period, I think.
Every time it's pushing into this area, I'm getting a strong reaction.
Or even hourly closing bullish one can be a good idea. Manipulation already happen on the hourly with this.
Yeah. So I wish it pushed. If this was lower, it would have, and this is more clean. This would have been a very, very good one. Very confident one.
Push, just break the previous 30-minute high, then probably we can hold it for longer period.
A few at CS.
Where was the signal? Yeah, I wasn't confident on bringing people into that one because I wasn't at my zone.
That's. Oh, excuse me.
Mohammed, what are you talking, man? You are the one who sent me the signal that you took a buy there because you got a call from your market maker.
Oop, what have I done? Undo. Full correction.
Continuation, let's go.
Oh, nice. So you got it. Alan got it as well. Great, good. And that's the thing. It's like the more you watch, and focusing on the price action around this open. Like everyone that's new or newish in the last like 2 weeks, we're only looking to trade really for about an hour and a half, from 8 to roughly 9:30. Sometimes it's annoying that the moves will come 9, 9:30, even 10 sometimes. But generally, we're just trying to focus the price action between this time. And the more you watch and more you start seeing it, we get more confident on starting to execute on some of it. But look for these. Look for when you get a few of them. Then also look for having zones. And you'll start seeing it. Now, German often does that. And we'll see it, like if we go back and have a look around this time, this just went straight down in one candle and back up, but German often will do these corrections up and down. Not that one. Up and then down. So see how like it's very rare that we're just getting, not very rare, but rare that we're getting just these one ways. Price will often correct, especially in a range. Gold is constipated. Gold usually is in London session.
So
Yes.
if you go to the 2 hours now.
For gold or German?
No, German.
Yeah, good.
I'm not looking at gold.
Yeah.
Okay, so on 2 hours we have a liquidity upside. The line you draw, I think you already draw the line. Yeah, that
This
yellow
one.
line.
Yeah.
So I think if this our 2 hours is closing bullish one, we can easily break that thing and go to the upside.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm securing some profit.
Yeah. In the 3 hour, what it did is it took the doji low, took the liquidity from underneath here. Really wanted to see this area tapped. But this is kind of like what it did in gold the other day, 2 days ago, for London New York session. At it was on this day. Oh, it was Tuesday, sorry. We had all these dojis and liquidity underneath it. So looking for reactions underneath here. So it looks hella bearish and then boom. Then it was the next day that we had that move. took the liquidity from the dojis above. So what's the key here? Key here is looking at your 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour charts for dojis and knowing that there's liquidity above and below that, because this would be like a lower time frame range.
I just wanted to see this 4 hour closing bullish one, then it's a really good, we can hold that for longer period. Because on 4 hour, we are going to create this HCS. Then
Oh yeah.
we can go all the way to the upside. Then we can even target these signals afterward.
Aidan, can I just ask a quick question about the 1 minute entry just then
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
reversal?
Absolutely.
So can I just take control so I can point to
Yeah,
what I'm looking?
go for it.
Okay. Can you see my mouse?
Move it. Yeah, you go.
Okay. So this point here, obviously it didn't quite take the I think it was a 1 hour or 4 hour wick of an engulfing, but it didn't quite get down to that point.
Yeah.
So with your first I guess clue, this
Yeah.
This engulfing candle here. Yeah. I mean, there was one here, but that's not very strong.
Look at the doji to the left of it. There's dojis before it as well. Yeah. So there's liquidity
there's
underneath those.
here.
Yeah.
So it's taken that one out and it's made a move up. So are you then? So the wick of this candle, this second candle up, it's come back down and it's tapped into that wick.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you look for as well?
No, I was
rejected that. What exactly was the?
I'd prefer it to have come down to the open of that first candle that you're pointing at.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't, so that's why I wasn't interested. I wasn't even looking for that candle yet.
Right.
And then it closed bullish with that wick. I'm like, oh, okay, hang on a second. Maybe I should be looking at something here. So then I thought, well, it makes sense now. If we've got 2 rejections, the nearest resistance should break.
Right.
So then that's what I was thinking. It's like there's a good chance that it pushes up again, and then then the next one had a little doji, and then as it was wicking lower, then as it was breaking the high, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna have to give this one a little go.
Yeah.
And keeping the stop loss underneath the low of the previous one.
So it was you took it as it broke above this one.
Yeah.
And you stop lost below this one.
No, the one before.
This one.
Yeah, because I've always thought it could retest that open of that candle.
Right. Okay.
So I wanted to, I was thinking I'm going to wait for it to come back down to that open and then have a bullish candle. And then I was like, I'm not if I would like to see it do that. And then that's why I went in like with a small position, because I was going to actually add the rest of my risk back down even lower. Like if I got that bullish candle from around this 15.932, and then that was going to be like my proper trade.
Right. Okay. And then, and sorry, just one other question on the 3 hour. Actually, when you came in half hour ago, so you were saying that on the 3 hour, there's you've got HCS on the 3 hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this LCS, then afterward this HCS, then we left the doji here. You can still consider this as a HCS. Then price already at least reach the next liquidity area. First liquidity is this one, and the second will be here. But it is not necessary. Price has to go all the way to the downside. It can just take out one liquidity, and if you see bullish momentum on that area, then you can say that price just got the enough liquidity, and they are not interested to take the bottom side liquidity.
So on your first HCS here, what you're saying is that you've got an engulfing below this one. So you've got a doji here. You've kind of got a rejection of it engulfing.
First, if you see this one is a first attempted FE candle.
Yeah.
And you can say this is a zone. You can say the 3 hour zone.
Yes.
So price pushed to the downside, came back to the upside, came back to retest the zone.
Yeah.
Then you got a first reaction that the indication that we wanted to push to the downside. But more confirmation will be next candle close like a doji one. A lot of people consider like doji candle form, then we can again start moving to the upside. That way consider. Or you can say that doji candle left always create a liquidity. So for example, let me draw here. So let's say this is a doji candle. So always price put their stop loss above and below of the doji candle. Let's say someone is in the buys, he put their stop loss below here, or if someone is in the sells, they put their stop loss above that doji candle high.
Yeah.
So here what happened, people who took a buy, their stop losses must be below that candle low here, that doji candle low. Or if the people who took a sell, their stop loss must be just above that doji candle high. So what next candle did was just take out the previous candle high, retest it to this candle, and afterward we start moving to the downside.
Right. Okay. I guess I watched your video a couple of times, and it was really good. It was, I guess, it's the definition of a doji. That's not what you drew here just now. Is what traditionally what everyone would see as a doji, but you class this as a doji as well.
That's a doji. Yeah.
Yeah, and price always move from one liquidity area to another liquidity area. So if you got the entry here, you got the confirmation.
Yes.
Where can you see the next liquidity? So you have to find the next doji candle, equal highs, equal lows, or a trend line liquidity, you can say. So now we have this liquidity. This you can consider this as a doji candle. So at least you can say price can tap into this here. So if you got the entry here, your target will be till here. Or you can say that this is my zone, so
Yeah.
I can close position on that zone.
Right. Okay. Okay. And can you just explain very quickly? I know I'm taking up a lot of time. I really apologize for this, but why do you define that as a doji when it's got such a small wick at the top?
It's not like a perfect doji. Perfect doji, you can say this one will be perfect doji.
Yeah.
So obviously this candle is a long wick and it don't have that much wick on the other side, but still you can consider that as a doji one, not a strongest one. The perfect doji one, this will like consider this one, or on the left side this one. All these are the doji, but still on this candle, a lot of people say that, or the pin bar, people say that the pin bar on other terms, that the price got rejected from the bottom side, now it should just start pushing to the upside. People think that those kind of entries, like let's say here, after taking out the previous candle low and close like a doji one, people think that this is a reversal. Now I can look for the buys and it can go all the way to the upside.
Yeah, no,
so same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so same thing happened here also. Like if you see that candle close like a rejection from the bottom side, and people think that, oh, rejection from the bottom side, now I can look for the buy either after closing candle or after price breaking the previous candle high, and they usually put their stop loss below the low. And banks usually want the liquidity, so if they really wanted to take a sell, they're going to first took out the sellers, I mean the buyers, the people who took a sell first here, they first put their stop loss above here. After taking out that liquidity, it's easier for them to push to the downside, because again here a lot of people put their stop losses here, so they can continue get their orders and start pushing to the downside after.
Okay, got you. Cheers, guys. Thanks. Sorry for.
No, you're welcome.
Hayden, I'm gonna ping you separately on Discord. Maybe try and get a session next week.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
All right. Any other questions, guys?
And any expectations of like a triple retrace? I mean, is it going to continue back to that zone? Or
Absolutely, it could. Yeah, because I often will come back. Often I'll see price do with this this euro range. Price will often give it a retest to the midpoint and then have a reaction. So I could easily correct this whole move again. Yeah. It's German's a real cow sometimes. So like, see this range. Price broke up and then came back to the 50% and then went up. So it's like a double dip, and it usually happens. So see, this is the range. This is the range, and then price pushes up, comes back down, 50%, and then goes. So what's generally happening? So this is what I'm saying. Like, it's easier to take impulsive sells when you don't have like these little supports around. When you've got clean candles, you can get that cleaner range. So same thing over here. When price, like this is all our little supports across here, or here. So then taking it impulsively on the break can be difficult because you've got traffic in the way, and then price comes up, comes all the way back down to the 50% and then goes. So like I'll very rarely will take the very first break out of the blocks. I'd rather it push to one side, show me the direction it's going, and then look to actually take get that set up here on the lower time frames. Or just say, look, how often, if I've got a bullish bias and I like this area for buys from, and price breaks up, you can almost just say, not even have to go to the lower time frames, but just put an entry somewhere in like this top third and use this as like the stop loss, and then go for your range, like 2 to 1, 3 to 1. Because whilst it's like you're trying to ascertain where rejections might come from, but then understanding like how often does price just move cleanly in one direction without coming back and doing these like little retests.
Yep.
Okay, now let's go back another day. So this is the German range. Let me just put a fib on it, might be a bit easier. So price goes all the way down, comes back up 50%, and then comes down again. So corrects the whole move. Next one, German. We've got supports. Resistances here. You've got the German range. So you're 50%, roughly in this area. Price breaks to the top side, gets stuck at this area, comes back to the 50%, stop loss under here, and then target the range. Next one, German 50%, middle, breaks up, comes back, retests. This time it didn't have that continuation, but you're retesting that German 50%, you often will get a reaction.
Funny how you can't. My eye can't see those patterns until you point them out, and I'm like, oh, they're everywhere.
yeah. No, that's like, because you've got so much you're trying to process, but then when you start like looking at, someone will bring your attention to one thing, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, wait a second, that's something now. What I need to do is go and have a look at, and then see how often is this happening.
Yep. Cool.
Because then this is part of building the bias. Then it's like, well, if you like, what are your setups? What often will happen, and then you can start to build a plan. All right, if I miss the break, obviously trading is nothing's 100%. It's not always going to be there, but then if I miss the breakout, how often do I get a reaction from that 50% then? Because you've kind of got a direction at that stage. It's hard, like it is hard because we don't like missing things. But then when you do these clean moves and you're thinking, you're waiting, you're like, oh man, just didn't happen today. But trading is like, if you're looking at all your trades, where do you really make the money? Is it from the trades that you do every single day? Is that where you're making the bulk of your profits for the month? Or is it those days that you get a trade that lines up with your bias? Like, are you only making, say, 10% for the month based on trading every single day? Or is there a few days that it does hit your setup that you like, you do take it, and then there's a whole bunch of days that you miss in between? And those days that if you were taking a trade every single day and skipping the bad setups that weren't your setup, at the end of the month, you're probably making roughly the same from having, like, so let me rephrase it. The difference between someone making 10%, because you're probably making 10% growth in terms of like collecting all your winning trades in the month, but people don't end up with this a lot. People end up with all sorts of figures like negatives, flat, break even, but it's not the winning trades that's the problem. It's the amount of losing trades outside of your setup that reduces this number. And this is like, let's say you're risking, if you've got good risk reward and you're risking 0.5% per trade, you probably only had like needed 4 or 5 days to make that.
Yep.
But it's all the other trades outside of your session or outside of your setup that detracts from this number, and you end up with whatever it is for the month.
And I can quite easily imagine psychologically, if you place a few trades outside of your system or whatever, and they go wrong, then psychologically you could be placing more bad trades because you're trying to make back stuff, and before you know it, you're not in a good place.
Yeah. So it's like trying to find those setups that you find that you have more confidence in because you back tested, you trust it a bit more, knowing that it's not going to appear every single day. If it was every single day, then it would just be way too easy.
Yep.
So that's like trying to study this and then working those, like building the bias and like trying to be sharp just for an hour and a half and then be done. And that's why I'm going to end this stream soon. Unfortunately, I can't trade New York today, but normally I'd come back and I'd say, all right, now I need to regroup, focus for gold for an hour and a half, and then try be able to be switched on enough to and execute appropriately on a plan.
Yep.
If there is no plan, or I'm struggling to see the plan, it's then about being disciplined to not take a bad trade.
Yeah, when your technicals are strong, automatically you had a plan, and you will start trading your plan. Just focus on your technical analysis, and rest is profitable result.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I've got to a stage now when I actually feel satisfied when I don't take a trade, even if it's a good one. Like I'll say, well, I'll congratulate myself that I actually managed to avoid taking a trade. Whereas before, I was always thinking I was missing out. It's like, no, I'm not missing out at all. I'm choosing not to trade. That's good.
Yeah, it's important to try kill that FOMO feeling, because many times I'd turn the chart on or just look at the phone, look at the chart, and all of a sudden, hey, there it is, there's setup, and just take it. And like, if it works out, that's bad. That's really bad. That's reinforcing a bad behavior.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, looks like Aussie US has had a bit of fun for the session. How did anyone take the manually? Not even with the robot. Did anyone take the manual trade ideas from these areas?
I did.
You did or didn't?
I just took. Oh, sorry. Talking about different. I was distracted, so I was talking about the German footy. Sorry.
Oh, okay. You did take it? You took it a buy, Dave?
On German footy, yeah, I just took 20 pips. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Fantastic. From down here?
Yeah.
Did you get
further
in
up like,
after
once it
had broken up here?
I think I just had added 20 pip and took it about, I don't know, probably 5-10 pips below the peak.
Okay.
Took the profit out just below the initial break from the rate.
Beautiful. Yeah. Clean candles down. Created that support. Created that little rejection wicks. Now you're trading away from these wicks being left behind. There's your support. Close above the support. Clean candles. There's your easy range.
Yeah, and I didn't expect it to. I just assumed it would not necessarily break that zone you got there in the blue. Yeah, that one. So I just put my target just under that and just took it.
Yep.
And
yeah, and that's good. That's good, mate. Well done. Cool. Alrighty. Yo, I did, like, the robot missed a lot for me again. It took a trade. This one, it timed out just before it. Literally just before. So it times out like around here. I'm starting to, the amount of times that it misses and goes my direction, I'm going to extend it, but then go for a bit of a, just reassess and go for that little deeper EMA. The only one that did trigger was this one. Triggered from, oops. Triggered on, I think it was, I thought it triggered, no, it must have been this one. Triggered at 4:30, yeah. I think it tried to trigger here, but triggered here. And then went for the 20 pips.
I did get the Aussie US.
You did get it? Yeah, that was a good one. It just bloody, I really thought I was in this one. Was US pound CAD didn't do anything. Didn't pull back at all. And then I didn't want to touch it with Euro open because you can see the volume, what it did. Pound US, Aussie US, pound yen. That's the one I'm sort of. Oh, Aussie yen. That's another one. Oh, sorry. No, not Aussie yen. Pound yen. Pound yen. Just, I was looking for it actually from down here. Swiss yen was the other one. Swiss yen, I was looking for it to go from like this imaginary line. Anyway. All good. George restored MT4. Case was a bug, caused multiple trades. Need to set the bot up again to scan the levels. Okay. Did you save it as a template before? I've just about finished the manual that I'll push out. Oh look, gold finally broke down. Cool. Alrighty, well, that's the end of the session. Gonna call it there. Don't think there's much to do now. I'm not going to get any sharper the longer we sit here, so I think it's a good time now to regroup, refresh. I'll try tune in a little bit if I'm at the airport in time. If you guys are still running the stream. Actually, are you going to do a stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, good luck, guys. Good luck in it.
Thanks, guys.
Refine the session. Definitely take a break now. Don't sit at the chart the whole time, all the way through. Regroup. Have a dinner with the family. Have a coffee. Go for a walk. Maybe watch the video. Sort of refresh on the setup ahead of New York, and then be there in time so you can see the pre-market analysis.
Yeah, I think I'll miss that. I've got a Dutch lesson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Dutch lesson.
Yeah.
Good one. Cool. Alrighty. Well, I'll see you guys. I'll try to get. I'll update on the Discord about the study session tomorrow. Are you thinking of doing one actually?
I will update in the invite session.
You update it, yeah. Okay. Not many people have sent in their homework. Yeah. I'll see if I can get in tomorrow, even for if it's a shorter one, just to review the week and some setups. But I'll have to update and see what's happening to the family situation. Otherwise, we'll definitely do midweek ones for the next 3 weeks, all recorded, put up to the G Drive, just to make up, because sometimes the next 3 weekends are going to be a little bit distorted. All right, guys. Well, take care. Thanks for being here. Trade safe. Keep your risk low. And I'll chat to you guys later.
Bye-bye. Take care, bro.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.